Two Louisville nursing homes are shutting down after reports of abuse and neglect.
WDRB's Dakota Sherrick breaks down what conditions some of our most vulnerable were living in. Dakota.
Rodent infestation, soiled clothes, and in some cases outright abuse was suffered by people living in these nursing homes, according to state reports. Hill Creek Rehab and Care off Breckenridge Lane and St. Matthew's Care and Rehab Center off Browns Lane are shutting down. Both locations owned by Exceptional Living Centers, headquartered in Lexington. The two nursing homes filed federal lawsuits to try to remain open after repeated Kentucky Division of Healthcare surveys of each site found that the centers were not in compliance with Medicare rules and regulations.
They were unable, or for some reason did not correct the deficiencies that the state kept finding.
Lisa Cercio, a lawyer who's handled these kinds of cases for more than 15 years, says it's rare to see a nursing home shut down.
The findings that I've seen are pretty disturbing at these two facilities.
At Hill Creek, state surveys found signs of mice infestation, with one resident reporting they had been bitten by a rodent in their room. Multiple residents also reported they were left in soiled clothing and linen, waiting long periods of time without being checked by staff. Some rooms also lacked temperature control, and in January, one resident in an unheated room found with abnormal vital signs and skin tears was taken by EMS to a hospital and ultimately died of hypothermia. Surveys of the St. Matthew's Center found failures to protect residents from abuse, lack of complete and proper background checks of employees, and medical devices used were not properly disinfected between patients. Ultimately, the nursing homes dismissed their cases, agreed to shut down, and will pay more than $1 million total in penalties. Closing up due to conditions Cercio finds all too common in nursing homes.
Unfortunately, when you're dealing with a vulnerable population, like the elderly who are infirm and in need of long-term care, there is a greater potential for poor outcomes and abuse and neglect.
Residents of the Hill Creek and St. Matthew's centers are being relocated to safer settings. I reached out to the ownership company Exceptional Living Centers several times for comment and did not hear back. According to that company's website, it has several other locations still operating in Kentucky and surrounding states, including 2 in Louisville and another in New Albany.
And Dakota, if someone believes their loved one is in a place where abuse and neglect is happening, what can they do?
Well, Cercio tells me that if the facility is funded by Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services, people can put in complaints there, and residents and family members in Kentucky can always reach out to Adult Protective Services as well.
All right, thanks, Dakota.